So I had like, I guess you could say I had no friends or no friends that I wanted to keep. I didn't want to be friends with the guys that were drinking, and I still did hang out because I wanted to be social, but it wasn't a thing. This girl matched me, and she had all of her pictures. They were all like of her 50 to 100 pounds lesser. Bro, I'm saying Tom Glass, Ronnie Coleman, Dorian Yates, they're all screaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't see any of the guys in our gym scream.
Yeah.
And the only time I see somebody scream is when they have a training partner.
Yeah.
That's the only, I never see a guy in the gym by himself screaming, never. So like, where's your drive? Where's your push? Like, you're definitely not going all out. For myself, I didn't stand up.
Yeah, you should have said something like...
I should have said something.
Yeah,
You lied to me. That's not fair. You know, like, and I should have not let her in the car and drove away. I should have just fucking...
Flushing, I'm flushing. They gave what they thought, and they can't change what we really are. What they thought. We've been getting busy from the very start. Taking no days off, always straight out of the mud. And I won't change for nothing. Big dog when I came up from the trenches, now I'm buzzing.
To another episode of SAYless doMORE. We have Ketan Seth. That's how you spell it. Ketan Seth.
Ketan Seth, yeah.
Ketan Seth. You know, I actually I didn't know your name was Indian.
Yeah.
It threw me out. I wanted to like dig in deep. I'm like, yo, where's this name from?
Yeah. How did you guess then? So how did you find out?
I Googled.
Gotcha.
Googled it. I'm like, yo,
Gotcha.
What kind of name is this? And it said Indian. I was like, wow, you know?
Yeah.
But you have a brand called Intellectual Muscle, right?
Yeah.
What inspired that name?
That's actually a good question because initially it was, you know, like how everybody has like a username, internet username, whatever. Like I used to have like a gaming one.
Yeah.
So my gaming one was New You Extreme.
Okay.
I still have my gaming channel from New You Extreme.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, okay, cool, because now I'm doing fitness, so I'll do what everybody does, which is X Fitness.
Yeah.
Right? So I did New You Extreme Fitness.
Okay.
And I was like, that's okay. But then you know what? I just like everybody's doing fitness, XYZ fitness, this fitness, that fitness. And I was just like, wow, this is so lame. This is so lame. I was like, if I introduce myself at XYZ fitness, it goes into the same box as like, oh, another fitness something.
Yeah.
So and then at a certain point I just like I started getting really into like psychology and stuff, like psychology and philosophy and just other interesting topics like that. And then I got into psychedelics and stuff.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, the way that I actually on my YouTube channel too, I don't just have like, oh, how do you do your macros? How do you do this? How do you do that? Like the questions that I answer are how to appreciate a diet.
Okay.
It's not like how is a diet difficult, but like how do you appreciate a diet?
Yes.
Because if you can appreciate being on a diet, then the diet becomes easy, right? So that I made videos like that, like a long while ago. So then I was just like, okay, cool. So I do like intellectual stuff, and I like building muscle, and I am into fitness. Let's do like intellectual muscle.
Okay. I like how you broke it down and told me exactly how.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a lot of fitness.
Everybody's fitness.
ABC fitness.
Everybody's
1, 2, 3 fitness.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It doesn't click or pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
it's true.
But if somebody says intellectual muscle, either they laugh, which has happened like a lot. It's like, ha. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I've actually had other people go to intellectual muscle, and then my Instagram doesn't have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
My Instagram has like snippet.
Yeah.
But my YouTube is like the gold mine because I'm like a long form speaker. I'm not a 60-second speaker. I'm a long form speaker.
Yeah.
So then they go through the YouTube, like hours and hours of my stuff, and then I get people like, "Holy shit, bro! Yeah, intellectual muscle is such a good name."
Yeah. So it is actually.
Yeah.
I know this is kind of like a broad question, but I want to give you the opportunity to like touch on what you feel is important.
Sure.
So you never came out the womb with all this muscle and like. So can you like kind of walk us through your personal transformation journey?
Oh yeah,
so,
for
like,
sure.
Yeah, like kind of like when your fitness.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So initially I used to be a football player, like an actual football player, like a soccer player.
So I was gonna.
Yeah. European football player, yes. Because in India, we didn't have football, American football, yeah. So I used to be a soccer player. I played for 12, 13 years and like I did really well and everything else. And then I just couldn't go any higher in like football and soccer. There's politics in India and there's no money in sports and blah, blah, blah.
What do you mean politics? Sorry, I'm going to interrupt every so often because I like, I know people might have questions, right?
Sure. Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, politics in India, like, I mean, the person that's good at what they do isn't going to be able to get up to the top. Because somebody or the other that's in the choosing position, let's say there's a company or whatever it is, right? Like it doesn't even matter, even from government positions. I mean, if there's a position and somebody else is already up there, he's gonna like hire his nephew or his niece or his friends, brothers, cousins, blah blah blah. But like if I am better qualified than him or a better football player than somebody else, it doesn't matter because that film star's kid knows somebody else. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So, I couldn't go any higher or further in football. So, at that point, I was like, okay, what do I want next? What do I want next? And I was like, a six pack sounds good. Like, everybody wants a six pack. I was like 18 years old at that point. And just like everybody else. But the first year I went to the gym, I didn't know anything that I was doing. And by the way, I still managed to lose fat. Because I was studying for college and university and stuff in India. That's all we do, right? Indian people just study. That's all we do. So while I was studying, I was While I was studying, my mom would just feed me Dominoes. She would allow me to treat myself by eating Dominoes. But I wasn't allowed to play football and soccer because I had to study. Right? That was the only thing. So I gained like 10 kilos. So I got like for me, I was pretty fat back then. So then I was like, okay, cool. I want to lose weight. So I lost weight in the gym. And I can even tell you what I did back then. I'm no jokes. I did 15 minutes of the elliptical. 15 minutes of the treadmill. And 15 minutes of 15 minutes of biking. Because I just thought they were all different. I just thought that I'm going to lose some fat here. I'm going to lose some fat here. I just thought they were all different. So, that's how I used to. And then after I did 45 minutes of training, every day cardio, then I asked the gym trainer, I was like, bro, what do I do? He's like, oh, yeah, just do this. And just do this. The chick moves. They used to do like those weird moves. And just weird shit like that. I never lifted a weight in my life like back then. I never did a squat, a deadlift. I didn't know. He didn't know. Like, what was he going to teach? What was I going to know? He didn't know. This was...
So is this a personal trainer?
This was a personal trainer. Yeah, the gym trainer back then.
You hired this guy?
I mean, I didn't hire him, but he was just in the gym. So I just, floor trainer, This is 2007. This is 2006, 2007, because I started uni in 2007. And back then, the internet wasn't a thing. Like, the internet was like dial-up modem, if you remember.
Yes.
Anybody picks up the phone. It was those ones. Anybody picks up the phone and the internet's off. And it took like forever to load pages. There was no articles. There was no YouTube. There was nobody to teach you. There was nothing. So I just went to the trainer because he looked better than I did. And I was like, what do I do? And he was like, just do this. So anyways, long story short, I had lost weight successfully in the past. But I never gained muscle. Because I never lifted weights and I never ate food. And then finally in 2008, I decided I can't play football anymore. So I want to gain muscle. And I got into the gym at that point to try and learn. And it was kind of hard, I didn't know anything. But by 2008, I read my first book and I did my first proper training program. And then I just fell in love with the gym.
Okay.
So to give you some stats, actually, because you asked me like my transformation journey, started off like 67 kilos was, I think, what I was back then. If you want me to do pounds, I can try it, but...
pounds.
Yeah.
So 67 kilos, right?
Yeah.
So that's like, the way I always do it is I double it.
Yeah, it is.
And some.
So it's like, so if I do 70 kilos, that comes out to be 154. So let's say like 160-ish pounds, 155 to 160-ish pounds. My highest now recently has been 93. Right now I'm like 83 kilos. So 93 kilos is 205.
Wow.
So that's like about 40, 50 pounds from there.
Okay.
And over a long period of time, like 18 years. So, and I made so many mistakes. So many mistakes, so many wasted years, so much, when I train guys now, I have 18-year-old kids that I've put on 80 pounds in like 1 year. Sorry,
Like muscle,
Oh,
right?
yeah, 80 pounds in 1 year. Well, muscle and fat, but like mostly muscle because a little bit of fat will come along. I'm talking about natural case. I'm not even talking about guys like that use stuff.
Yeah.
So a little bit of fat will come along, but they look the same if like they're just thicker all over.
Yeah. I see.
Right? Like if you don't put on a lot of fat, it doesn't show.
Yeah.
You know, if it's like all muscle, then it doesn't show. You just become bigger, and you can't tell from like a before picture to an after picture. You can see the guy's just way thicker. So yeah, like so I mean, at this point, I help guys, get the same results that I got for 18 years in like 2 years, 3 years, something like that. So that's my journey so far. I mean, I could go into a lot more depth, but I don't know.
Well, what defined the moments in your early life that gave you that mindset? Like, like, you know what? I need to hit the gym. I need to hit or not even to hit the gym. What gave you that mindset? Like, okay, you know what? I intellectual muscles are a thing right now. This is what I'm gonna do.
No, intellectual muscle the name only came up like
No, not the name, but like, I'm gonna. This is my brand.
This is my thing.
I'm gonna push this. Like, when did that start to click in your head?
No, bro, the brand and all that, even the helping others the way that I do now, only came about like 5 years ago, maybe. But if you're asking me what made me get into the gym and take the gym seriously, that was when I was in university. I studied in this college. It's really popular for both good and bad reasons. It's called MIT Manipal in India, in in Karnataka. And it was a really popular college because the city was just full of students. The only adults you could see were the professors and the shopkeepers. The whole city was full of students. So what happens there is there were so many drugs, right? Because everybody's partying hard. Everybody's 18, 19 years old and just got freedom and stuff. So everybody's drinking, everybody's smoking weed, everybody's smoking hash, dope, blah, blah, blah. And they're gambling. So everybody that I knew in the first year when I went to college, like we were all friends, right?
Yeah.
Everybody that I knew like moved into one of the many things: drinking, gambling, drugs. And I just always knew that just wasn't me. I just wasn't that guy. I just never wanted to do any of those things. So I kind of was just a loner because I don't want to do drugs. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And when these people start doing this stuff, then they stop playing football. So that was the other thing is like I had so many friends when I used to play football in the first year and the first semester, but everybody just stopped playing football. So I lost all my friends.
I'm gonna give you a tip. Entrepreneurs and CEOs are lonely.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
Guess,
That's how it is sometimes.
Yeah, well,
No
yeah.
one understands your work ethic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I had I guess you could say I had no friends or no friends that I wanted to keep. I didn't want to be friends with the guys that were drinking I still did hang out because I wanted to be social, but it wasn't a thing. So then that was the thing. I was like, okay, what can I do? I can't play football by myself. So what can I do by myself? That was when I was like, okay, cool. I'll just get a 6-pack because I just need to go to the gym by myself. I don't need anybody in the gym, right? Yeah, let's get a 6-pack. We'll see what happens. So that's where I started off. And then there was barely anybody in the gym because everybody was into the other things.
Yeah.
So they were either into the unhealthy stuff or they were into studying to be an engineer. So I'm an engineer too, like I have a computer science background.
Okay.
So that's why I went to Manipal to study computer science. But yeah, either they were complete nerds and just wouldn't get their head out of the computers, or they were into like drinking, gambling, and didn't do anything. So I was just like left by myself. Like I didn't want to be a complete nerd, and I didn't want to be this guy.
Yeah.
Like I just go to the gym, and that's how I got in. That was it.
Okay. Yeah. What's the biggest myth you see in the fitness industry today?
Ooh,
We're getting into
biggest
the good
myth.
questions now.
Okay, yeah, you know what? This is a good one, honestly. I feel like the biggest myth in the fitness industry is that you cannot get results naturally.
Yeah. You think so?
And I can't believe that people think like this.
Yeah.
But I genuinely feel like people think like this.
You can't get big like those guys though.
Sure, yeah, I mean,
You
sure.
can't get big like that because at the end of the day,
Are you saying 300 pounds or what are you saying?
okay, it's like for instance, for me, I've been working out for probably like on and off for a while.
Okay.
But I can tell that you can plateau to a certain point because at the end of the day, I feel what the difference between being natural and not is bro, those guys have a different push. And obviously I feel it's because of the gear that they're taking.
Yeah.
But the drive, like I've trained with somebody that's on gear before.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you got 6 more sets left. And I'm like, 6 more what?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way in hell. Like,
Yeah.
and my last 2 sets, he's pulling the weight or squat.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So I feel like I'm a strong believer that your last couple of sets get you big. But
Yeah.
I don't think that you could ever get that big without taking gear. Certain, like, there's a limit.
Are you saying like 300 pounds, or how do you mean? Like, what do you mean? How?
Like, okay, so like, for instance, I'm probably like 190,
Okay.
right? My heaviest I've been is 205.
Okay.
If I was on
That's plenty
gear,
big.
yeah.
That's plenty big. Yeah.
If I was to get on gear, then I probably touch 300 pounds. But there's no way I'm touching that
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah. Well, what I mean even is I don't even mean that. I'm not even saying anywhere close to what you think. I'm legitimately saying people think that they just cannot get results naturally.
Yeah.
Seriously, people
Yeah.
do, even for fat loss. I mean this. Like, people think even for fat, they cannot lose weight/fat naturally. They can make a half decent physique naturally. And like, if you just do, like, I'm gonna say my program, but like, honestly, you do any properly periodized training program properly for 6 months, you will get really good results. You continue that for a year and a half, 2 years, you will not be able to recognize the person that you were before. Like, your results are going to be so good, but people just don't believe it. They just don't. They're like, they don't believe it.
Or the patience, or have the patience, because
No, you know what I think it is? They just don't have hope.
yeah.
They don't have hope that they can get it.
Yeah.
So before they will even start a program, when I get people right now, like, I would say, so on my client testimonial page, like, I have like 50 plus transformations or something. Like 4 to 5 of them are not natural. I just told you, the guy that put on 80 pounds, he's natural. There's another kid that put on 70 pounds, he's natural. There's a guy that put on 4 inches on his arms, he's natural. There's like 4 people on my page that are not natural. Everybody else is natural. But when people come to me, before they even come to me to like, okay, how do I eat? How do I train? How do I do the right things? Blah, blah, blah. They're like, hey man, can I take DNP? Can I take Clen? Can I like, or not even can I? Can you help me take DNP? Can you help me use Clen? Can you help me use this? Can you help me use that? Like, they come to me to get advice on how to use the fat burner or the drug, because they think the drug is going to do the work to get them the results. But they're not asking me how to eat right. How do I maintain my discipline? How can I enjoy my diet? Like I just said, right? How to appreciate a diet. How can I enjoy dieting down? Because I feel like this is horrible. How can I? Because if you can enjoy dieting down, then it's just a joke. It's just, you see what I mean? Like, if dieting down is as enjoyable as playing video games, then it's not hard to do for 6 months.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Because I have the same issue. Eating healthy is not fun.
No, I disagree.
It's like, well, I get what you're saying. Like, it's like, okay, think about the positive aspect about it. But I remember I went on a meal prep plan not too long ago. I've been on it for a while now. And it kind of like, because I'm so used to like my background cooking.
But bro, why don't you make that for within your calories?
You know what? I never thought about that.
So I eat Chipotle chicken
It would be like nothing. Like one, like my background, my rice portions is crazy.
Okay.
So when I get these meal plans and the pasta portions and the rice portions is like a spoon. Or like, I'm just like, you know what I mean? It's totally different. Like, it's totally different.
Are you?
And I like my meat cooked down. Like,
you know, well cooked, you mean? Yeah.
But sometimes like the more you cook it, the more you burn it, the more nutrients you lose, right?
I don't think that deep about it.
You don't think that deep, eh? That's too deep.
Like, instead of like 20 grams of protein, you'll get 17.5. Who cares?
Yeah, sure.
Like, have one extra bite of food. Okay. Because see, you know why? You know why I'm saying this? It's the same thing. I tell people, like, instead of trying to gain 20 pounds on the cycle, how about we just try and gain 12 pounds? So what they're trying to do is, I'm going to gain 20 pounds, and out of that, 15 will be muscle and 5 will be fat, right? And I'm like, how about we just gain 12 pounds of muscle and 8 pounds of fat, but we make it so fucking enjoyable that you want to do this nonstop and for the 3 more times next time. Instead of doing like this pinpoint sniper shot, perfect, like a robot that's so hard to live, Why don't we just make it so easy that you can just keep doing the thing like your regular life forever?
And you like it.
Because then you'll be able to do the same thing 3 times in a row, as opposed to like, oh, dragging your feet and like, oh, I can't fucking do it. Oh, I hate this diet. You know what I mean? Like,
How do you balance physical aesthetics with functional fitness?
if I have to be honest, I don't really even think much about functional fitness.
Yeah.
Because I do stuff like kickboxing and you know, a little bit of wrestling and stuff. So that gives me like a little bit functional.
Yeah.
I'm not too big because I don't want to be either. Like, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point of being like 250, 300 pounds and you know, chafing legs and
and you can't breathe.
what is the point? Yeah, I don't understand the point. Like, all I really think about is aesthetics. Like, how good do I look? And everything else kind of just like follows suit. Like in terms of functional fitness, because like I do functional movements. I'm doing squats. I'm doing deadlifts at this point. I do like horizontal pulling, vertical pulling, horizontal pushing, vertical pushing. That's like, those are functional movements.
Okay.
Or if I feel like an imbalance or something, I'll start doing something for that.
Yeah.
You know, if I feel anterior pelvic tilt or something, which I'm feeling now, lower back pain, then I'll start working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on, continue.
Okay.
The pelvic part with the lower back pain.
So because I have an anterior pelvic tilt, I therefore have a little bit of lower back pain.
Yeah. Explain to the people what that is.
I gotta show you. It's like
Yeah.
pelvic tilt is like your normal method of standing is like this.
Oh, okay.
So or like it's like I'm over exaggerating right now.
Yeah.
But like ideally you want to be tight glutes and this. Like ideally you want to be like this.
Yeah.
So and that's why a lot of people also get.
I think it's a very common problem.
It's almost like 70+%, 80+% of people have.
And it feels like you're really working to keep your body in that tight position. So what? Any suggestions?
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of different things, but like what I do is I isolate and train my glutes because your glutes are weaker, and I never train my abs, so I just started training my abs. I never train my abs.
What?
I never train my abs, so I just started training abs because then these two things functionally become weaker.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm training squats and deadlifts and all the other stuff, so it's getting indirect work. But I'm not like functionally training the ab by itself.
Okay.
So therefore, now that I felt like it's going from bad to worse, then I'll go back to the functional stuff for a little bit.
It's crazy that you say that too. Because the other day I hurt my back in snow, and my homie was like,
Yeah,
bro, you go to the gym.
Yeah,
like, how you hurt your back? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because the joke is a lot of people have back pain, bro.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people have back pain.
Yeah.
What's your take on supplements versus real food?
100% real food. Like 100% real food.
Yeah.
And for multiple different reasons. I mean, supplements are like a luxury if they serve a purpose for luxury. So for example, like I'm dieting down right now.
Yeah.
So I do use whey protein supplements, if you can consider them that.
Okay.
Just to get the protein in.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just eat food because my food is low, like my calories are low. So if you want to be full, like you said, you have an issue with like being full or something, right? Because your portions are small. But if I get supplements in to get my calories, then like my volume of food becomes this much.
Yeah.
But if I'm already eating less food on a diet, like I'm in a deficit, then I want higher.
Do you enjoy food, or you look at it like a?
It
I gotta eat
depends.
right
No,
now.
I enjoy it because but that's what I'm saying. I've learned to cook food.
Okay.
And here's you want a tip, or anybody wants a tip. The easiest method to learn to cook good food, just do HelloFresh for like 4 weeks or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
HelloFresh teaches you everything.
Yeah.
I know how to cook burgers. I know how to cook pasta, mashed potatoes, rice and chicken, pizzas. HelloFresh taught me how to cook everything. Everything.
What about when it comes to supplements? Are you taking like ashwagandha and
No, I'm not taking any of that stuff. I take
or anything like those?
vitamin D3,
Yeah.
10,000 IU.
Yeah.
I take fish oils because I don't eat fish every day.
Yeah.
Essential fatty acids. Fish oil, this thing. What's the other one? D3, some apple cider vinegar. Some vitamin C. That's it. Basics. Yeah, that's basic. I mean, other stuff that I should be taking is creatine, but I get that in my pre-workout, so I don't really take any more than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you training? Like, what is your weekly training look like? Are you training 5 days a week, 6 days a week?
At this point, I'm training 4 days a week.
And how often are you eating too?
I'm at this point, I'm kind of sort of doing intermittent fasting. Like I had like a simple like homemade protein bar in the morning. Because so this is me. This is how I figured out my body. I'm never hungry in the mornings. Never.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna ask you that.
I'm never hungry in the mornings. So I only eat just so I can get some protein in the day in the morning. But that's it. I'm not even hungry. So I'll eat that and then I'll just drink coffee or other diet liquids or just water and stuff throughout the whole day. Then I'll hit the gym. And at this point, that's like 3 p.m. or something like that. I'll wake up at 8, 7:38, something like that. I'll hit the gym by 3 p.m. Sometimes, I mean, most of the times I'll take like non-stim pre-workout because I don't want to do caffeine after 12. I'll take a non-stim pre-workout, finish training, then I'll go back home. In the gym, I'll have like a double whey protein shake because I do find getting protein a little bit hard for me. Then I'll go to the sauna and stuff. Then I will eat my only major solid meal, which is like a lot of volume of food. Could be 400, 500 grams of rice or 300, 400 grams of pasta. A bunch like 300 grams of beef, which cooked becomes like 200 grams of beef. I eat like a lot of veggies just to like increase the volume of the food. And again, my beef is either like chipotle beef or stir fried, Chinese or something. Like I make it really tasty. That's what I'm saying. My food is really tasty.
I'm hearing. So you say 300 grams of this, 200 grams. So you're weighing.
I weigh my food. I weigh my food.
You're not even playing around with that.
I weigh my food. Yeah. No, because anything that you want progress in life, you want to like track it. Yeah. And if I go off, if I'm starting to lose progress or something, then I'll come back to tracking again. Like I realize, I don't know where I'm going wrong, so let me start tracking things, and it just makes it much easier.
Okay, we're gonna get into a different topic right now. We're gonna talk about dating and masculinity.
Sure.
All right. What do you think most men get wrong about modern dating? I would love to hear your opinion.
Most guys get wrong about modern dating. I feel like, okay, so there's two parts of this. One is the courting phase or, getting to meet the girl. Where there, I think the biggest mistake people keep making, everybody makes, including girls also make the same mistake. It's like everybody's on the dating apps. And girls have a different problem and guys have a different problem. Guys don't get matches or they barely get matches.
Yeah.
Girls get way too many matches.
Yeah.
And because, so the guys are thinking through scarcity.
Yeah.
Because they don't get enough matches, right? So they want to talk to every girl and go out and date with every girl, even though the girl's not giving them enough attention or she doesn't match their criteria. They don't even like her as much or something, but they think I don't have any more chances or something, right? So I might as well try this one or try that one. So they try for everything and then they will, so they already start off like low because they're like, the girl has so many options. So, I'm going to give her everything because I need her, so they'll start off low. With girls, it's the opposite. They have so many fucking matches that they don't give any of them like enough attention because they think, I don't like his back, in the thing, or I don't like his this thing or that thing. Because they have so many that they'll just keep on swiping and they keep going through, but they never end up getting with anybody either. So one is the courting phase, which is like everybody's on dating apps.
Yeah.
So the way that I just do it, and I ask all of my guys to do it, is just walk out there and start talking to girls on the street.
Yeah.
So
you think that? So you're gonna say going on the dating apps is what's?
I think that screws both people up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And also, I don't think people have been as depressed as people are on dating apps. I cannot tell you how depressing it is to be on dating apps.
Yeah.
Because you're swiping thousands of times and you barely get anybody, or you get land whales, it's just horrible. And then you're like, wow, bro, in a 500,000 population city, I have like 5 girls that like me and they all look like this. Like it depresses.
The catfishing too. Like the catfishing too.
Girls get catfish. Guys get catfish too, but girls get catfished way worse.
I didn't know that.
Way worse.
The girls
way worse. Yeah, girls will even like hop on the phone with them or whatever, and then eventually, and they will talk for like weeks or something. Yeah, girls will talk to guys for weeks on end, texting and maybe even voice calls or something. They will talk for weeks on end. And then eventually, when it's finally time to meet up in person and to actually date, then the guy will be like, you know what, that picture is not actually real. I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. And then the girls are heartbroken, right? Because they fell in love with an idea of somebody else.
Yeah.
Like whatever. And now they think it's somebody else.
If you were on a dating app and you went and met somebody and they lied to you about their weight, or made it seem like, the camera angles that, that
So-
they're not like that. How would you handle that? Like, I remember one time that happened to somebody I know.
It happened.
And they just didn't
Yeah.
respond to the phone and like let the person come in the restaurant.
Yeah.
And they tell them like, yeah, I'm at the door. And the person's just like, yeah, no.
Yeah. So I have a way worse horror story, real life story.
Yeah, let me hear this.
This is back home in India. I don't remember when. Well, a long time ago, like 6-7 years ago. And this girl matched me, and she had all of her pictures. They were all like of her 50 to 100 pounds lesser.
Yeah.
50 to 100 pounds. I'm not even joking. She had become a land whale at this point. And I went up for the date. And I'm really ashamed to say this, but I actually continued to take her out. I just completely ignored the fact that she was like 50 plus pounds.
You're a gentleman, though.
I was a gentleman, and also I gotta be honest though, no, not really, because when I was, but like also I didn't stand up for myself. I didn't stand up.
Yeah, you should have said something like.
I should have said something.
Yeah,
Like, you lied to me. That's not fair. And I should have not let her in the car and drove away. I should have just fucking driven away. But
Step It Up footwear isn't just a brand, it's a movement. Designed for those who don't follow trends, you set them. You don't just walk through life, you step into it with purpose, with confidence, with style that speaks before you say a word. Whatever your grind is, step up, stand out, and never settle. Step It Up footwear. When you move, make it mean something. Street ready, workout tested, made to match your hustle.
also the things that I've shared on my stuff is like, I was the same guy, right? I was this guy that barely got any matches. So I was like, oh, I finally got a match. So I might as well just...
Bad you do?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, God.
So I was like really bad. I was pissed.
Yeah. I'm so pissed, yo.
But I'm like looking back, that was a bad thing for myself. That was really bad for my self-esteem that I let myself go on that date. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But I was that guy back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have been catfished like that. But no, you should just fucking call it out and like just leave immediately and just ignore them.
Yeah.
Because like if a person's gonna lie to you on the first interaction with you, how are you gonna build anything with them in the future? That's horrible.
Yeah. No, the lying part, like if that lying part is, you're not giving the person a chance to make their own decision, like. You know,
And
like,
clearly you don't like yourself right now. That's why you're showing me pictures of you 50 pounds ago.
Yeah.
Because you don't like yourself right now.
Yeah.
Because if you did and you were proud of who you are, you would have just shown me the person that's, you know what I mean? And I'm not even against thick chicks. I like thick chicks. I like them.
Yeah.
But at least own who you are.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's not about like how the person looks.
Yeah. No, it's true. Like I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I'm just like, what would be the appropriate thing to say to the person? Like, you lied to me. This is not.
So
show the picture. Like, come on, what's like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody has their preference. Like, you know.
Of course, yeah.
So like,
of course.
just because you have a preference, like, okay, like for instance, if I like things with big heads, they have big heads.
Yeah.
That's my preference. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you lied to me. Your head's small. I'm not into like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want anybody to take my words and twist it. Like, that's why I said big head.
People are going to do that regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what we're saying, what we're discussing right now happens to girls all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it happens to girls all the time. Like, guys will lie about their height or something else. They lie about the money they make or
that's why
whatever else. That happens to girls all the time, though.
That's how I feel. I feel though it's like it goes hand in hand too. Like in the sense, I feel like a lot of guys. Every guy is rich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every guy is rich. What's your take on masculinity in the world today?
I feel like the importance of it is being understood, like recognized, like the importance of masculinity is being recognized, and therefore people are looking for it because I feel like a lot of people think that, as I guess guys, think that they don't have good role models, but also because they're young. Like let's say if I was 18, right? I wouldn't know if Andrew Tate is a better role model or somebody else like Dr. K or Alok. I like that guy. Dr. K. Alok Kanoji is a better role model, or is Keanu Reeves a better role model, or is this the guy at the gym that looks good? I don't know. I wouldn't know who a good role model is. So it's not like people don't understand the value of it. I feel like because again, even people like Andrew Tate or somebody, they know that everybody is looking for masculinity, so everybody is marketing everything, and it's up to. I guess you have to like question a little bit about is this guy, does his stuff make sense to me on like a gut instinct level or not? You know, the way that he talks about women, or if this guy's all about money, 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 money. I'm like, am I really that driven with money that money is the only and everything? Like, if it's not, then I don't gel with his message. You know what I mean? Like if this guy's stuff is all about women and just dating and screwing more women and blah, 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 and at the expense of nothing and not caring about anybody's feelings or something, am I that person? Can I do that? I can't do that. That doesn't make sense. So I feel like there's a lot of role models out there, but you just have to find the ones that you gel with. And you can just pick, you know, the best from this person and the best from that person and the best from that person, and just come up with your own, you know, method of living life.
Give me 3 things that every man should, every man in their 20s, let's say that, every man in their 20s, like a characteristic that they should have or be working towards, or like a piece of, I'll give you an example. Okay. I feel like being a man of your word is very important.
Okay.
You know, I feel like when you're 20s, you have to understand that, like, yo, bro, when you say as a man, you say, yo, ooh, I'm gonna do this, yo, you gotta do it, man.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to figure out the third. See, so I generally do give advice for guys. You know, what is I get advice from guys, which is, and young guys, like, what should I concentrate on more? Because my stuff is fitness, dating, and recently I've spoken about like starting off a business and making money and all that stuff. But that's not my thing. I do it myself. I don't coach other people on it.
Yeah.
So people ask me, hey man, what should I do? Should I work on my fitness? Should I work on my dating and, you know, that aspect of my life, or should I work on money? And I'm like, when you're young, when you're 20, when you're starting off, let's say you're 18, the first thing that I want you to do is to work on your fitness. That's the only thing that I really want you to work on is on your fitness. Why fitness? Because it's a closed system game. Like, I cannot let you down in your fitness. You know what I mean? Like if he wants to work on dating, right? He has to go out and talk to girls and be a good person and blah blah blah. But he can still get rejected by girls. So it's not a closed system thing, right? Whether we're in training, you do the work in the gym, you do the work in the kitchen, and you will get the results over time, right? So either you did it or you didn't do it. It's not like luck from the outside. Does that make sense? With business also, it's like, okay, the market is trending for this stuff and you made a video about this topic, so now you went viral. So it's a little bit of luck involved there too, right? You get a sale or you don't get a sale. It depends on the other person. But fitness is a closed system. You do the work and you do the work in the kitchen and you just keep doing it consistently over time, and you break as less as you can and you will get the results. So that helps guys build the discipline, the work ethic, and the consistency, and it helps them improve their self-confidence and self-worth. Right. So that's the first thing that I want them to do or go through. The second thing is make yourself social. Like, again, I keep talking about girls and dating and stuff because I feel the biggest test for guys, like even if you want to do podcasts and stuff, anything, the biggest test for guys for getting out of their social stuff is just go and start talking to girls, just start hitting on girls and, you know, do that aspect, because that's the highest difficulty thing, I think, because you're literally putting yourself on the line. Like either she likes me or she doesn't, right? That's the hardest rejection.
I don't know why that's so hard though. She likes you or she don't.
Yeah.
Like there's fishes out there, buddy.
Yeah. No, I
so many fish in the sea. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like somebody will.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But no, I used to be that guy too. It wasn't about the fish in the sea thing. It was about just not feeling good, feeling rejected.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
I wonder why people feel like that, man.
because they don't themselves know their self-worth. So I'm testing it based off of the outside because I don't know if I'm good enough or not.
Yeah.
So then I'll test by talking to like a lot of girls, and if I get a lot of good interactions or something from girls, in my head I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I must be, because I spoke to 100 girls and I got like 5 to 10 numbers and I got like 3 dates or something. So you're trying to validate it that ways. It's like reverse. It's like from the outside in. But if you already have that from the inside, that's amazing, because you're right. It's just a matter of like fish in the sea. But the guys that I speak to about the dating stuff are the guys that have these issues, which are the same issues that I had. Like I didn't have self-confidence.
I used to get mad. I used to get mad because I'm like, yo, how did this? I don't know. I just used to look at it like, yo, this girl dissed me. Like, what the hell? Look what you drive. Like, look what's on your shoe.
But see,
you know what I'm saying? That was a young me. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
When you're younger, that's
that's like you're right. That is like very, very early. It's like you get upset when you get rejected. That happened to me too.
Yeah.
I would get. Yeah, you're right. It did happen to me. That happened to me too. And I was like, but obviously looking back, it's like, what the fuck? She just didn't like you. That's her thing. She just didn't like you. Why should she like you? Like, why does she have to like you? Just because you're this and just because you're this. Why should she have to like you? But when I was younger, I just took that rejection personally. Like she rejected me, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's why I want them to do that in their 20s, so that they do as many reps as possible and go through that aspect where they know their own self-worth. So they don't have to rely on other, because lots of guys don't figure that out for their life. Lots of guys become 40, 50, 60 and they don't figure that out for their entire lives. So do that early. So do the physique thing and do the girls thing or the social thing. And then finally, when you're in your 30s or whenever, now you can work on money, because the rest of your life you have to work on money. Or what else are you going to do?
I want to talk about your coaching. Get into some of your coaching.
Sure.
What are the common patterns or limited beliefs you see in your clients?
Man, the number one, like I said again, is that this is what I realized. Number one thing, once again, is do they have hope or not?
Yeah.
It really is just the hope thing. Because if they don't have hope, it really doesn't matter how good of a training program I give them, or how good of a diet I give them, or how good of the cycle I give them, or whatever, how do you talk to girls and any of that stuff that I give them, no matter how good it is, they won't even do the training program. They won't even start the diet, or something like that. I've had guys. So I have this guy who he had insane results. But the first month when he signed up with me, he didn't do anything. He didn't do the training program. He didn't eat right. He didn't do anything. So a month in, and I had a coaching call with him, and I was like, what's going on? Why didn't you even try this? Why didn't you even try it? And it came down to the thing. He didn't believe that he could get results naturally or without this or this. And I was like, bro, listen, you've already paid me all the money, right? So you're already invested, right? So the worst thing you can do now is to not trust in me and not just try it. Worst case scenario, you already lost your money or something, and you learned a lesson. Best case scenario, you trust me and you do the thing and you actually get the results that you're looking for. And see, before I signed him up, I showed him, look at this guy, look at this guy, look at this guy. He already went through all my stuff. He went through my videos. So he already knew that I could get him results. He just didn't completely trust in me. So then he was like, okay, you're right. I didn't try it. The first month he started doing it, I have a screenshot of him saying, bro, 1 month, I can't even believe it. I'm speechless in 1 month. So nothing changed. The only thing that changed was he didn't have hope and faith before, and he had hope and faith after. So it just makes the same thing so much easier to do, the same diet so much easier to do, and the same difficulty of things so much easier to do when you have hope and faith that, oh yeah, I will get results. So then it just makes everything much easier.
What does a high value man mean to you?
Ooh, okay, that's a good one. Yeah, so actually, let me just tell you all the stuff that it does not mean.
Okay,
and it does not mean everything that Andrew Tate and all the other pseudo Andrew Tate kind of wannabe bros are saying, which is you need to have a lot of money. You need to be, you can't change your height. So you need to have a lot of money. You need to be super jacked.
You can't change your height, eh?
No, well, I mean, you can by like breaking your.
Yeah, I didn't know that's a thing. Oh,
yeah,
man.
that is the thing now.
Yeah,
I know it is a thing. I know.
Yo, it's so crazy. This world's getting crazy, bro. Like,
The world is getting
yeah, man.
The
Like,
world
you're
is
high,
getting
like, what the fuck? Like, you know?
the world is getting crazy.
Yeah, go
It
ahead.
is.
Sorry, you to cut you. Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say, like, to be ultra jacked or something, like you have to look like this model guy or something.
Girls don't like that, you know.
No, I,
Most girls don't like when you're super jacked up like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But there's some girls that do, but you know?
Yeah, I know. There's the exceptions.
Yeah.
I know. No, so you don't have to be this ultra jack guy. You don't have to be this crazy fucking rich guy that they keep thinking about. You don't have to be driving these sexy cars and have these amazing houses. And I'm forgetting.
That's what the girls like, guy. That's crazy, no?
Yeah.
Like you talking about the dating, maybe you want a girl to open up, bro. You have all these things, bro. Girls just like she's not telling you no.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, and it kind of like spoils it for the like, you know what I mean? The guy that wants to be more reserved and doesn't like his business out there, and he's not flashy like that. But like some girls, are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, he's flashy. Oh, you know?
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying, but again, but you know what that comes down to is, do you really want those girls? Are you just looking for numbers? Like, are you just looking for mass volume? Are you looking for quality in the girls that you want, right? Because if you want mass volume, just, get fake followers and fake everything, fake your physique and fake your this and fake everything. Of course, you will get like a lot of girls. But the thing is, all those girls are not the girls that you want to be with because you're not going to get a quality relationship out of it.
Yeah.
Right? Because because they're also chasing. They don't even like you. They just like what you represent.
Yeah, yes.
They just you represent a car and the Bugatti and the money and the this, but they don't like you for you.
Yeah.
Right. And also, like, these girls are most probably going to be bird brains, right? Like, there's only so many times you can fuck a girl or enjoy her body or some shit like that, or that after you fuck, you still want to have a good conversation with them.
Yeah.
Like, you want to have fun.
Yeah.
You want to watch a funny fucking movie. You want to go out for a walk and just talk about your day or something, or something's stressing you or something, and you want to unload or something, and you want some support. You want a girl to take care of you or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you want something.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I feel like there's certain guys are different. Like for instance, there's certain guys I know, certain guys that like will not even want to live with a woman.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
I see where they're coming from.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying too, though. I totally get what you're saying too.
So to come to like what is a high value guy?
Yeah.
Because I said what is not a high value.
Yeah.
So what is a high value guy is, I think, like, if you're a person that just provides a bunch of value to people's lives. So there's this thing that I don't know who came up with it, but it's I don't know who came up with it, but there's this thing where guys say, like, if you're like a good person or something, and especially if you're a good man to women, then if you're dating a girl or something, and let's say now you don't work out, she should be a much better woman after you than she was before you.
Yeah.
So like, you've provided a lot of value to her. You helped her grow, become a better person in all kinds
To
of
be better to the next man, alright?
to whatever, in
Yeah.
her own life. It doesn't have to be the next
yeah.
man, but even in her own life, she's just a much more grown person in her life compared to what
And time too. People grow with time too, right?
Yeah. So the same thing, like, if somebody else comes to me, like, their life should be enriched by spending their time with me. Does that make sense? Like, I provide value to their life.
Yes, yeah. That's
something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what a high value guy per se is, not the things that show value from the outside.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes. Right? So basically you're saying that, like, okay, like, put it this way. You're putting somebody on game. A high value man is someone that puts somebody on game, basically.
What does that mean? Put them on game.
Put them on game. So, like, for instance, shared knowledge.
Sure.
Knowledge, like, every time I'm around this guy, some knowledge, and I'm able to take it. And
Yes.
even if I don't know him, I remember, oh fuck, that guy told me that time.
Yes.
I get what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. Helps you to improve the other person's life or your own life, after or something. I'm so glad I met that guy. That's what if somebody says, I'm so glad that I met that guy.
Yeah. I have this is a good question I want to ask you. How do you blend science and mindset in your coaching? Because you get what I mean?
I do get what you mean. Yeah, I do get you. Yeah, I do get what you mean. So this is really good because this is something I've been doing recently.
Yeah.
And by the way, I've worked with like a lot of like big name coaches or something. And I've been studying. I've been a man of science in the past. Like, I still am. Like, I'm not like I don't believe in science or some shit, but Previously, I used to do everything optimal. All the optimal training, this and the optimal training set and the optimal training diet and the optimal cycle and this, and then it just happened the same way that I just told you. So like when guys come to me, they want to do the optimal thing. That's why they're coming to me. Like, what's the optimal cycle and the optimal training program that this I can do so that I will put on 16 pounds of muscle and 4 pounds of fat, and because that's a perfect run. And what I'm telling everyone, because what I've realized is let's just do what is practical optimal. Because what's practical is something that you will actually be able to do and keep doing repeatedly. But every time you try and do theoretical optimal, you will fail here and there. Wherever you will fail, you will cheat on your diet. You might go and grab a drink with your buds at one point, or you're just whatever, you're sick, or you just don't feel like going to the gym today for whatever reason. You just worked all day and you can't go in. You will always fail theoretical optimal. But practical optimal is just like, what can I can do the stuff practically. What's the best way to do the stuff that I can do practically? Does that make sense? So it goes to the same. Instead of 16 pounds of muscle and 4 pounds of fat, why don't we just target for 12 pounds of muscle and 8 pounds of fat? Right? Because my life is fucking 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 all the time, as opposed to like my life being a quality of 3 or 4 out of 10, and I hate my life and I have to keep dragging it and blah, 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 blah. So it's just make it enjoyable.
Welcome to Beatdown Music, where your sound meets excellence. We specialize in top-tier music production, from custom beats and mixing to mastering and full project development. Whether you're an artist ready to drop your next hit, a podcaster looking for the perfect theme, or a brand in need of a signature sound, we've got you covered. At Beatdown Music, it's not just about making music. It's about creating moments, building vibes, and bringing your vision to life. Let's work. Let's build. Let's make something unforgettable. Beatdown Music. You know what it is.
I'm kind of going back because I said the word science and I just thought about something.
Sure. Yeah.
So when it comes to like science-based lifting and actually lifting, like where do you stand?
Oh, okay. Yes, that's a recent thing going on, right?
Yeah.
And it's a recent thing. So when I first started off, I was a science-based guy.
Yeah.
And you know why I was a science-based guy? Because like I told you, the first ever trainers and coaches that I ever met back then, they were like, 15 minutes here and 15 minutes here and 15 minutes there, and do bicep curls and do this. And there was no science to it at all, right? And so I got really mad because I was like, bro, these guys just wasted 1.5 years of my life because I just listened to them. So I was like, fuck this, and I'm going to read a book. And the first book that I read, it just explained I never knew what progressive overload was because they never taught it to me. They didn't teach me progressive overload. That's ABC. If you don't do progressive overload, how are you gonna build muscle? They didn't teach me you're supposed to get 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. They never taught me that. I'm like, I've been wasting my time for the past 1.5 years. So then I became a huge science guy. And then I remained a science guy for a very long time. And then I forget where, but like at a certain point, maybe 5-6 years ago or something. Well, okay, so it goes off a little bit. So then I started doing stuff like psychedelics, which is like mushrooms and acid and all kinds of other shit. And that's when I started seeing things that don't fucking exist. And I was like, okay, I can see things and feel things and et cetera, that aren't like scientifically proven or something. So there's things out there that we don't know, and I can't explain it with science. So then I started using a lot of bros' methods of doing things too. And bros' methods of doing things were just enjoyable. Like a superset drop set to death, like a Widowmaker, or like fucking crazy shit. Yeah, the crazy shit that you do in the gym is just fun. And I don't care how much 10% more or 10% less muscle it gives me, because it just makes it fun. So right now I'm doing like 10 sets in the gym or something. That's it. Something like that per day or something like that. It was very low. And the optimal is, Mike Israetel?
Mike who?
Mike Israetel.
Yes.
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 So he has all this fucking science of minimum effective volume and maximum effective volume and this, and I'm like, dude, fuck off. Like, I don't care. Like, it just, I don't care. The 16, 4, 12, 8, right? I don't care anymore because I like lifting weights and I'm not going to stop.
Yeah.
So what difference does it make if I get my dream body in 5 years or 3 years?
Yeah. And for me, I'm on the line.
Okay.
I'm on the line because I I'd like to know how my body works. So it's pretty interesting. Like, you know,
Of
like
course,
the
yeah.
angles and every day. But I also like the fact of being injury free. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like I watch a lot of this might get a lot of attention here, but I watch a lot of Jeff Nippert stuff.
I like his stuff.
But I also watch a lot of Mike Big stuff, right?
Yeah.
And the reason, first of all, somebody put me on to Jeff a long time ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, I never really paid attention to him till I started working out at a certain gym that he goes to. So then when I start paying, you know, you see somebody like, oh, what do they really do? You know, I start paying attention to them and I'm like, oh, fuck. This guy's a real science guy, like, you know?
Yeah.
When I paid attention to Mike now, I actually started paying attention to Mike first because he was always like, yo, man, fuck you lifting, yo, this weight's too heavy. Weight's too fucking heavy.
Yeah.
You're not on the fucking weight. You don't need this, guys. Guys, just push, like, you know what I mean? And when I started to realize, I'm like, yo, fuck, I'll stay injury free for a minute like this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I like to kind of incorporate it too because at the same time, you don't lift heavy, your core is going to get weak.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a man that doesn't want to just work on my core. Like when you said about your abs, I do my abs. I don't work on my abs because, bro, the other shit that I'm doing is helping work on my abs. So it's like it's kind of like the same thing, right?
Yeah.
But another question I want to ask you is, what do you think the difference between motivation and purpose?
Ooh. Okay.
This has to come more into like, because I have a topic I want that it comes into like coaching and self-improvement when I was writing your questions.
Okay. Motivation and purpose. I don't know. I kind of feel like they're kind of the same, to be honest. I the way that I think about them is kind of the same. Purpose, yeah, I know purpose is a pretty deep word, right? Like,
this way you're here. This,
yeah, that's
you know what I mean. This is why you're here.
yeah. And
motivation is kind of like
fleeting. You think like
like you're not, you have a goal that you try to achieve. Like it's not something that you grew up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not something that was like. It wasn't your purpose. Your motivation is not really your purpose.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Because I mean, people say so. Kids are most people's purpose, right? Like their own kids.
Yeah.
Most people's.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I want to give them a good life. I want to do everything for them.
Or it could be motivation. You want to give them a life.
That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I was saying. Is that a lot of people also say my motivation is my kids, which is the same thing, right? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So to me, I was feeling like it's the kind of the same thing.
Okay. Yeah. What's your definition of success?
Okay. Ooh. I don't have like what is your motivation of success? What is your definition of success? I don't really know because see, goal accomplishment in the short term, like theoretically goal accomplishment is success. My goal is 8% body fat. Did I hit it? Right. My goal is to make 6 figures. Did I hit it? And blah, blah, blah. So like whatever in that stuff, it is success. But I feel like in the broader scope or the broader scheme of things in life, I honestly just feel like success is something that actually makes you happy and joyful and glad to, do what you're doing and be here and stuff. So if you're doing things every day, so you're recording this podcast, right? And we don't know if it's going to become viral or not, or what views it gets, or what business it gets, or it doesn't. Or nobody knows. Nobody knows it's going to happen. But if you're enjoying it and you're having fun making it and doing it, then that's success, right? Because the goal or the point of life was to be enjoyed living it, not just get to one top of the mountain and to the next top of the mountain. You see what I mean? Like, so that's what success is. So even if you fail in the miniature goals, let's say your goal was to get to 8% body fat and you only got to 10. So you failed the goal, but did you enjoy your way getting there? And did you learn a bunch of different things that might help you for the next time? Yeah, you did. So that was success. It wasn't really a failure. That's kind of the way that I think about that.
All right. So with success comes setbacks.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
How do you handle those?
Well, each setback is, yeah, it's a setback, but each setback is generally just something to learn. It's just a learning stepping stone kind of thing, you know? Yeah, so setbacks
So when something negative arises, you right off the bat, you're just like, hey, yo, this shit happens. This shit,
yeah, like, I mean,
shit happens, basically. You're a shit happens type.
yeah, but I don't even think about it that way. I think it's just like, I mean, you're supposed to problem solve to get where you want to get, right? Like,
Yeah, but like, how do you handle it? Like, because everybody has their different ways. Some people smoke.
oh, like that, you
Some
mean?
people
Yeah.
drink, like,
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah. I mean, well, I would smoke or drink if it was a big problem. If it was a big problem, I would smoke or drink to like kind of get out of that state of mind.
Yeah.
Not to solve the problem. I just need a break, bro.
I'm thinking about the same
Yeah,
thing.
I just need a
over-
break or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I see what you mean. So I'll give you an example. In 2020, right, when COVID hit, 2020, 2021, I am still an immigrant here. So I needed my PR. And I was on the express entry thing, which means I needed to do a certain job, specific jobs for specific hours. Otherwise, I wouldn't get my hours to like apply for PR. So what happened there was, because COVID happened, I couldn't apply anywhere. I couldn't get those specific jobs, and I was out of a job on a limited time visa. So you're supposed to do that on a limited time visa. So I was getting screwed, right? So that was my setback or whatever, like the failure or whatever, right? And what I was smoking poppers. I was smoking weed with like cigarettes out of a bong, and just like to numb my brain to like, you know, because I couldn't figure out, because I was screwed by the world, right? I can't do anything. I can't even apply for a job because everything's closed.
Yeah.
So, and I'm a trainer.
Yeah, I
right? So they
COVID
closed
going
the
on
gym.
too, sitting in the house all day.
Yeah. I was smoking. I was playing games with my friends, and he was a smoker who would smoke like the poppers and stuff. So I would just do with him.
Yeah.
Smoke poppers and play video games.
Yeah.
So that was to like, what's the word? Drown the pain. It wasn't to solve the problem, right? Solving the problem would have been what. Yeah, the ways to solve the problem, that what I actually did to solve the problem was like other things to get a job. So like I just printed out resume copies and just drove down Main Street. No, Upper James. I drove down on Upper James and I knocked on every door. I knocked on every gas station. I knocked on every Subway, Pizza. Every place I knocked, and I just gave in my resume copies because I knew that those places were open. So I could apply there and get a job. You know, if I just go and meet, you know, so I couldn't do what I could normally do online and all that stuff, because online every place was not taking applications because they were closed.
Yeah.
But I saw these places that were open and I couldn't figure out the online thing. So I just printed out resume copies and then went, you know what I mean? So the solution was to find another method to the problem, like another alternative to the problem. But doing the drugs and all that stuff was just to numb the pain. They didn't solve the problem.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
My next question, what's one message you want every young man to hear today?
Ooh. Okay, this is actually a good one too. What would I something like what would I have told my 20-year-old self, right?
Yeah.
Which is my entire YouTube
Yeah.
YouTube channel is what would I have told my 20-year-old self.
Yeah.
Which goes, so in terms of what to do is the same thing. Get jacked, talk to girls, and then after 30 worry about money.
Yeah.
So that's that. But what would I say is like, okay, I would tell you something. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned in my life, the biggest lesson that I learned after 28, 29, you understand the victim mentality?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just never even knew about it. I didn't even know what that was until 29. I just watched this video of this guy, Leo from Actualize, and he had a 45-minute long video about you don't have the life you want, not because of other reasons, or this person did this, or your dad did that, or your mother did this, or you have bad genetics or whatever. You don't have the life you want because of your own, because you're not doing the things that you need to do to get there. And it's kind of your own fault. Like it's your own responsibility to do it. So he explained what the victim mentality was. And that's when I was like, holy fuck, that's right. So I think that's what it was. And again, it goes back to the same thing about having hope. So if you don't have hope because, oh, my dad did that, and my dad's a narcissist, and my mom is this, and my Indian culture is this, and the world is in recession, then you just victimize yourself. The world is in recession, so I'm never going to make money, which makes you not try things because you lost hope, right? But if you have the hope, hey man, the world has been in recession forever. For the past 20 years, people have been saying recession, recession, recession every fucking time.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. You just
People
said
keep
that.
saying the same shit all the fucking time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the guys that have been making money and learned to make money and started off their business, they did it despite the recession, right? And they just fucking still did it. So because they just had hope and they just did it, and okay, this didn't work. Oh, let me try that. That didn't work. Let me try that. That didn't work. Let me try that. Like you get people in the gym that are like, oh, I have thyroid condition. I have a thyroid issue and blah, blah, blah. Oh, I tried the vegan diet and it didn't work. And I tried that didn't work. Okay. So, well, I tried vegan. That didn't work. Then I tried keto. That didn't work. Then I tried low protein, this, that was bad. And then, I just keep doing things until you finally get it. Right. So it's not really a matter of like, like it didn't work because of the outside. It was like taking control, like not being a victim and just not giving up. That's it.
So you're saying basically the younger generation, not even the younger generation, but basically what you're trying to say is, if you can give yourself if you could give yourself like
Permission to go for what you want.
yeah, okay,
Give yourself permission to go for what you want. Do not victimize yourself.
okay, yes,
And build hope.
Yeah.
Like if I'm
so you're basically saying that like this generation coming up, or when you're young, not even this generation, when you're young coming up, a lot of people like play victim instead of
and everybody trains you
Yeah.
because everybody's a victim, right?
yeah.
Everybody likes to complain
Never
about their
thought about that
shit.
shit.
That's the thing. If you're gonna be, everybody likes to complain about their shit. So you think that it's okay. You think it's okay to complain about the thing, but it's like when you stop complaining is when you start looking for solutions and start doing the work. And then you find out, oh shit, I had this all along. I could have just done this all along. I just fucking wasted my time doing nothing.
Ketan Seth, right?
Yeah.
I want to ask you your legacy. What do you want people to remember you by? When they say Ketan Seth, that guy was
Yeah. It's a pretty deep question.
like for me.
Sure, yeah.
For me, I'd be like, yo, that guy was always in the gym, intense, training his shit. That's another question I want to ask you, but I want to you answer this question. Yeah, what do you want your legacy to be?
I haven't thought deep about this, but honestly, like that little tagline is actually pretty good. Veni Vidi Vici. Like he came, he saw, he conquered.
Okay.
And it's not about conquering the world or being number one
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
It's more like
Where you came from to where you're at.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah, where I came from to where I'm at. Like I wanted a
big,
good
bro.
physique. I found the method to make a good physique. I wanted to get over social anxiety and talk to girls and date girls. I did that thing. I wanted to build a healthy relationship with a good woman. I'm on my journey to do that. I want to make a good business to like help other people out. I want to, my YouTube channel is like completely free to solve the problems that I had when I was 18 and 20. I'm doing that. I have videos on how to cure depression, how to fix eating disorders. I have all kinds of how I made 6 figures in 1 year. I put the full guide out. Like I had problems. I figured out solutions for them, and I just made the guides for everybody to like just do the same thing for themselves. Like figure it out. That.
You were coming towards the end, and I wanted to ask you this another question to do with I noticed. Okay, so now this question is more for people that are into fitness and in the gym regularly. So we all know that your final reps are the ones that
yeah.
do that. So where do you get that push? Where do you get that push from?
For the final.
Because there's sometimes, I don't know if it's just me, but there's certain days where I'm just like, I know I could have went harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know when I could have went harder, but I can't lie, brother. Every time I see you in the gym, it looks like you're really giving your all. Your shirt's soaked, like you can barely walk, like you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Yeah.
I have those days, like, give me a little Red Bull, I have that same intensity. But like some days it's just like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you feel like you forgot your headphones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you keep that intensity? Like what kind of things are in your mind when you're like, like constantly do it?
Yeah. Well, I gotta be honest. Well, actually, I don't know if I want to like discourage you from it or something, but you shouldn't constantly do it. I have been doing it for a while. I just stopped a little bit right now. Because that goes into the science versus bro science thing. Science wise, you kind of want to like lay off the going balls to the wall the entire time because you get gassed. and I've noticed I got pretty gassed.
Yeah.
But that's where the bro science comes in, because if you look at Ronnie Coleman, all the old 80
Yeah, those guys do like.
those guys were just fucking destroying shit every day. And there's all of their. This is something I've noticed too. Is like, I don't know if you noticed this, but in our gym, I hear somebody screaming maybe 5 times, maybe 10 times in a month.
Yeah.
I don't hear people screaming like ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, people don't say that.
People don't scream. And how though? How can you be working hard if you're not screaming even on the final few reps? How can you be working hard? That's my question. It's like, how? You can't be. How can you possibly? If I ask you to push the car right now, after a little while you'll be.
Yeah.
Because after a certain amount of effort, like you're gonna make a noise.
There's a psychology kicking in, eh?
Because how are you making the effort? Like, you cannot have been giving your all if you're not making an effort.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But and that's what I'm saying. You go back to 80s, 90s. You see, Tom Platz, the leg guy, the fucking insane leg guy.
Yes. Once you said that, black guy, right?
Leg guy.
He's like Dominican or something like that.
No, Tom Platz, I think he's just white. I don't know.
Oh, okay, no, I'm thinking about the next leg guy because he legs is huge, bro.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I'll show you after. Then you show me this guy.
Bro, I'm saying Tom Platz, Ronnie Coleman, Dorian Yates.
Yeah.
They're all screaming.
Yeah.
And I don't see any of the guys in our gym scream.
Yeah.
And the only time I see somebody scream is when they have a training partner.
Yeah.
That's the only. I never see a guy in the gym by himself screaming. Never. So like, where's your drive? Where's your push? You're definitely not going all
out. Yeah.
Definitely. One guy I do sometimes see screaming is actually Jeff Nippard.
Yeah.
If you've noticed, Jeff Nippard puts his shirt into his mouth and he bites down. Yeah. But nobody else does it.
Okay.
But that's what I learned from the bros, from the old bros, because they would just give it their fucking all. They would just like destroy themselves into the fucking ground. And you know what? It's fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun to like just leave it all out there.
Yeah,
and just
it
be
is.
Like,
if you got it, when you're ready to, but if your mind's not
but if
there,
you're not in there, you can't.
Yeah, then you're just going through the motions, and it's like, fuck.
But what the thing is though, even when you're not ready to, or when you're in the mindset, if you do it, guess what? You can only concentrate on one thing at a time, right? Like, that's the whole meditation thing. You can only do one thing at a time. So if you're crushing it here, then if you're not in the mood before, you kind of just like now you're here.
Yeah.
So it kind of gets you out of that thing too. If that makes sense. But
all right, last question before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
What do people need to say less and do more?
What do people need to say less and do more? Ooh. Wow. I don't actually have a thing here, but you know what? The idea that is giving me in my head, right? Let me just say less and do more. Honestly, let's just talk about like relationships, or happy relationships, or healthy relationships, or something. I see people on the internet. Do you know that I have a girlfriend or no?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how do you know? Because I barely ever post her online.
I'm paying attention. I'm writing questions, so I'm paying attention.
Okay.
You know? I assume if somebody's sitting on your lap, like,
Okay, gotcha.
not only for, but like, at the end of the day, I don't know how long, if it's long or how, you know what I mean?
No, it's long term.
Okay.
No, but the reason I brought that up is because I don't put my girlfriend online.
Yeah.
I never do. I never make posts like, oh, I love my girlfriend, she's the best in the world, even though I think she's the best.
Yeah.
I never put online, oh, I love da. But people do that.
Yeah.
Right? People are always posting on Instagram about, I love this person, she's the greatest this, she's the greatest that, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But behind closed doors, they either might be doing wrong things, or they're just taking her for granted, or they might be abusive, or whatever the fuck. It's always that.
Yeah.
So what I think is, stop telling me how much you love your girl, or you love this person, you love that person, and just show her. Say less.
Yeah.
Do more.
Yeah.
Her thing. Why don't you just fucking clean the house if her thing is cleanliness, my girl's thing is cleanliness. Yeah. So I clean the house before she gets in with like certain things, so that she's happy by the time she gets in.
Yeah, that's nice.
Nice. I'll just make her breakfast or something. Not all the time, but like sometimes I'll just make her breakfast. Not all the time. I gotta get spoil the crap out of her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But like, do more.
Yeah.
Do things. Don't say them. Yeah. I don't even like, I do, but I don't say I love you all the time either.
Yeah.
I just show it.
Yeah.
But through action, just show it.
Actions speak louder than words.
Actions will always speak louder. I don't need for you to tell me blah 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 and do wrong shit behind my back. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just show me from your action. I already know. You know how I know that she loves my dog? Because she comes home from work on a Friday, and the first thing that she does before she changes or anything else, she'll start cooking like protein brownies or some shit for my dog. So she doesn't need to say, "Oh, I love him too." I can see that you love him. That's the first thing that you're doing when you come back home. Do you know what I mean? Like, so do more. Whatever.